Well, in our continuing saga to bring you more Frontier implements to our channel, we've got another one for you today. This FL1169S side shift offset flail mower is a great addition to the lineup. So we've done a couple other flail mower videos on our channel. This one kind of fits in between those two. I did a really big one, and then I did a really small one, and then this one is probably perfectly fitted to fit behind my 4052R cab tractor. Okay, so 69 inches is the cut width on this. Overall width is about 84 inches. And so with a normal width of 72 inches on the back of a 4 Series tractor, that fits very, very well. And then I have the ability to offset this flail about 6 feet out to the side of our tractor. And so that's gonna make it really nice, again, when I'm doing ditch banks or I'm doing some undulating terrain that's on my property, or quite honestly, if I just want to keep it behind me, I can do that as well, but it gets me really close to fence lines and that kind of thing. So side offset flails do carry a high price tag because of the extra hydraulics that it does take to run them and to actually operate them on the machine, but there's definitely some value to this piece of equipment. So I've talked about this before, but up until this year, we haven't had Frontier flails in our inventory. Now this Frontier flail is made by Machio. So this is a Machio made implement, branded by Frontier, brought to us by John Deere, okay? What's that gonna deliver? That's gonna deliver tried and true gearboxes. These gearboxes have been around in our inventory for a long time because this is what they put in the tillers that we sell. But those gearboxes are solid. Machio is a known brand that produces quality equipment. If you look at the overall build quality of this, the welds, the extra reinforcement, the extra steel on this, you can see build quality pretty much wherever you turn. You can see these nice reducers on our hydraulic cylinders that make it so when I'm controlling that, controlling my 4th and 5th function from inside the cab, it makes it go nice and slow, so I'm not making these herky-jerky movements that make it hard to operate. Additionally, you've got this giant long PTO shaft that is a quality piece. I will tell you, it is a huge spline inside there, so very, very strong PTO shaft into that gearbox. Again, the overall overarching picture is heavy duty, high quality build. Okay, let's talk about the business end of this machine. All right, so we've got a nice huge 5.5 inch roller on the bottom of this. This thing has got grease zerks on both sides, so I'm gonna have those bearings protected for a long time to come. The ability to service it myself, that's critical for machine maintenance. Underneath here, this comes standard with hammer style blades, okay? You can order a kit from our parts department that you can have grass style knives. The hammer blades are kind of a more all-purpose blade. It does a really nice job on the grass, and we're gonna show you that today. But it also does a nice job, you know, when you hit some sticks, up to about 2-inch material, does a nice job of kind of maintaining that. So big, wonderful roller underneath there. You've got metal guards in the front. So those metal guards they obviously could slip back and go over the terrain, but then they're gonna protect, you know, the front end of this machine from any kind of debris that's coming forward. And then I've got a nice big rubber mat on the back side of that to again prevent the debris from flying out. There is some recommendations. You definitely want to stay about 30 feet away from this machine. So we'll be really careful when we're filming today to make sure we're staying out of those regions and keeping it safe for us. Speaking of safety, this has got a locking pin. So right now it is locked up in the top position. So if that hydraulic cylinder was to give out, it's actually got a mechanical lock on the back side of this that's locking it up so it will not fall. So that's also nice, great for traveling around the property. If I needed to get in and slip into nice tight areas, this keeps it up, gets it out of the way. So I've got a big arched hitch on this. The only challenge is again, this is not iMatch compatible. So these flails are not iMatch compatible right out of the gate. And I don't actually think there's the ability to convert this one in just because of the size and how it has to have a pretty big angle to keep this thing under control. You're gonna see I've got some wonderful adjustable feet. So if I'm gonna go ahead and store that, I can go ahead and knock those down really simply, lock those pins in there. Don't keep those down, I will tell you from experience. Maybe I've bent a couple of these before, so make sure that they're put up and they are out of the way when you're actually gonna go and use this machine. All right, there is a float feature hitch on this as well, on this side. So it has the ability, so you're not gonna bind up your 3-point. It has the ability to kind of go up and down and undulate around there. So with that in conjunction with my float feature on my hydraulics and the actual floating hitch that's built into this is gonna protect the machine so it doesn't get bound up and snap things. So it has the ability to do that. So pretty nice unit in that respect. Hoses are good quality, got nice covers on them, plug right into my 4th and 5th, and then I've got a nice carrying system up here. When I store that, I can store those hoses out of the way. And then of course you can see we've got a nice safety triangle, so if I'm running down the road with this guy, I can make sure that I've got that slow moving vehicle sign and that's keeping me safe. Do not drop that onto the ground because you will bend it. I may or may not know about that already. Really nice piece, you know. We've got adjustable skid shoes on it, so I can adjust those down. Now I have this in the farthest down position, so I can adjust this roller wheel, a 1-inch cut, a 2-inch cut, and right up to about a little bit over a 3-inch cut. And so that's what I've got it set on right now. And then I have my skid shoes also set down. Those skid shoes are replaceable, so that I have the ability to change those out. Over time, if those are a wear item, I can change those out relatively easily. A couple of 19mm bolts on there and pop those down and up. It's very, very simple. So this is what it looks like fully extended out. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things. This, we're going to jump into some physics. I am by no means any kind of science major or anything like that, but I do understand when my tractor feels tippy. And so there's just quite a bit of weight on the back of this guy. And so you can see it's extended all the way out. This whole apparatus weighs about 891 pounds, okay? Significantly less than the 72-inch version of this, so about 500 pounds less than it. So this tractor seems to handle it quite a bit better. Now I have wheel extensions, my back tires are ballasted with bio ballast, so I'm having I don't feel like it's very tippy or I'm having any issues with it when I'm inside the cab there. Where I did kind of start to feel that weight when I was doing the 72-inch. Your machine, what the book tells you is that your machine should weigh about 3,700 pounds to make sure that this is going to be in safe operating conditions. This cab tractor with the ballast, all that good jazz, is probably well over 5,700 pounds. So we're not going to have any issues, especially with my loader on the front of this guy. So no issues there for as far as weight goes on this. And actually it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. So again, I think 69-inch side offset flail is probably suited a bit better for this tractor. Let's talk about horsepower requirements. Interestingly enough, this actually has a little bit higher threshold than that 72-inch. So the 72-inch in the book says it'll do minimum of 40 horsepower up to 105. This one says it's between 50 and 75. So again, your 4052R, 4066R, 4075R new for this year, those machines are going to push this just fine. I'm not having any issues. Again, we'll kind of go out here and test this out a bit. I haven't had any issues feeling the horsepower drag on this one at all. So perfectly suited, I believe, for this tractor. As you can see, fully extended out here, that cutting width is pretty much all the way out to the side of the tractor. If I didn't have the wheel extensions on it, it certainly would be right to the side of that tractor. But my wheel extensions do kick it out just a little bit. I hope you've enjoyed this brief overview of the FL1169S side shift offset flail mower by Frontier. It's a great product in our lineup, perfectly suited for this wonderful John Deere 4052R and maybe your tractor as well. I hope you've enjoyed this content. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We love to bring you this kind of content. We'd love to bring you some more. It helps the algorithm when you press that subscribe button. So we'll see you next time here on Papé Toolkit. Thanks. Hi, my name is Jason Hughes. I'm a territory manager out of Eugene, Oregon. I'm also a large property owner and own a lot of the equipment that you see featured in these videos. I hope you find this content helpful. If you have any questions, please comment below.